In this video, we will be seeing how to execute SQL commands in MS SQL Server with Management Studio ID. That is Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio ID. So when we open Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio, when we click on this, we will be getting the Management Studio window in this manner. So we will be getting Object Explorer where we need to connect to the database engine. So this window you will be getting when you open Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. So we need to connect this to the MS SQL Server. So to connect to server in order to affect the database. So whatever SQL commands we will be writing here in this ID that should affect there in the SQL Express or whichever database MS SQL Server database you are using. So you need to provide here the server type, that is database engine, server name. You can browse from whatever servers are installed on your system. So I have chosen SQL Express, and then authentication, Windows authentication or SQL Server authentication you can select. When you select Windows authentication, no need of providing username password. If you are selecting SQL Server authentication, provide username and password. So I am selecting Windows authentication and then click on connect. So it will connect this Management Studio to the SQL Server. Now, when you expand this by clicking on plus symbol, we will be getting these folders. Now, the first folder will be databases. So we need this folder and I am expanding it. Now it will already contain system databases folder where you will be having the default databases, master, model, MSDB, tempdb. So these are the system databases. Other than system databases, we will be creating the user databases. We users will be creating databases which will be stored under user databases. So right click on database, you can click on new database. And when you click on new database, you will be getting a new database window where you can provide the database details like name and all. So when you click on, when you right click on system database, new database option will come, which will give you this option upon clicking. So you can provide the database name. So I am here giving test1 as the database name, test_1. And owner you can keep default or change, and then you can click on directly OK. So this will be creating the test1 database. Now the test1 database got created. Now under this test1 database, you will be finding different folders like database diagrams you can store in this folder, tables, views, synonyms, programmability where you will be having the store procedures and all when you create them, functions and all, and service broker, storage, security related things. So now we will be working on tables. So you can directly using this user interface, you can by clicking also you can create a table. Like here I am creating, right click on tables folder, new and table, provide the columns which you want for your table, and while saving you can give the name of your tables. So yeah, so it has opened the columns, data type it is giving, allow nulls. So column name I am giving as name. So for the first column, I'm giving name, and the data type you can select nvarchar or varchar based on your requirement. So, so here allow nulls, you can check it or you can uncheck it based on your requirement. If you are checking it, even if you are not entering any data, then also it will not give you any error. If you are unchecking it, allow nulls, if you are unchecking it, compulsory you should insert data into this column. So I'm checking it for now, and then press enter, and then you can give a other column like I'm giving here course. Course again I'll be taking nvarchar, and I will be taking marks. So name, course, and marks I'm taking. Marks I'm not giving varchar, I'm giving integer. So you can use int. And for all the values I'm checking, so it is allowing nulls. Even if you don't enter any, it will be giving you. Now again, go to new column and then save it. Save it as whatever table name you want to give. So I'm giving the table name as student underscore data. So name, course, and marks will be there in this table. So under the test1 database, in the tables folder, you will be finding this students data table. Now you can right click on this table and you can edit top 200 rows and fill the data here directly. So here name I'm giving as Swarna and course I'm giving as C and marks I'm giving as 98. So like this, you can give another row like Rama and I'm giving SQL and I'm then giving marks as 78. Come to this next row. You can right click here and execute SQL like this you can do and it will be saved. So this will be saving your data and now if I close it and when I open the select top 1000 rows, if I do right click and select top 1000 rows for student data table, then you will be getting the data present. So you can see the data present in the student data table when you click on select top 1000 rows. So here it has executed this query, which is auto generated query. And then here we got the data. Now suppose I am writing again edit top 200 rows. Now example I'm giving here Sam I'm writing C++ and 90. Now if I close and then again execute this, sorry. So if I close this and if I again select top 1000 rows, I will be getting the rows here. So Swarna C98, Rama SQL 78, Sam C++ 90. You can see without writing the commands, automatically the commands are generated here using this ID. We have created database table and also the tables data, added data to the table. Now the same thing I will be doing using the query by writing query. So for that you can go to here new query option, which you can find in the second like ribbon like thing here, and here new query you can click on and then here you can write your query. So first, in which database, for which database you want to write the query. So here the database is selected. Here different databases. If you are having other databases also, here in this list it will appear. You can select from that list whichever database you want to work on. So here test1 database which I have created, I'm selecting that, and here I will be writing create table, table name as student, and the column names ID and name I'm giving. For name I will be using varchar 15 as the data type and then closing. Now to execute this, just here you can click on execute button. Commands completed successfully. Now you can check here, refresh the database. So here you can refresh it to check if the table got created. So you can see here student table got created. Now after this, I will be insert into student and I will be inserting values like ID and name. So ID and name I'm giving Rameshwari. So here you can see I have given value for ID as 1 and Name I have enclosed in single quotations because text data must be enclosed in single quotations. You can select this and execute. One row affected. So if you want to see the data or retrieve data, select star from student. So select it, execute it. One and Rameshwari you can see in the table present here. So in the results, it will display ID and name One and Rameshwari. So this way you can write the commands in query window, or directly by using the user interface, you can create your tables and add data to it. So you can use both the ways. So this is how you can work on SQL commands. You can write the SQL commands in Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio, which is an IDE for SQL Server, MS SQL Server. So Management Studio is the IDE where we will be writing the SQL commands and which will be affecting the MS SQL Server after we connect the database to server. So first thing we do is we will be connecting to the database engine, that is to the MS SQL server. So to the server name you will be providing to this for connecting to the server, and if you require you can give the username password also and click on connect. So soon after connecting you can start writing your SQL commands to affect the database present in MS SQL server. So thank you for watching the video, and for more information on MS SQL Server and SQL and PLSQL coding, please do subscribe the channel.